The dog was called Wellington. It belonged to Mrs. Shears, who was our friend. She lived on the opposite side of the road, 2 houses to the left. I wondered who killed Wellington and why. My name is Christopher John Francis Boone. I know all the countries in the world and their capital cities, and every prime number up to 7057. I know that this means happy, like how I feel when I'm reading about Apollo space missions. I know that this means sad, like how I felt when I saw the dead dog. I like dogs. You always know what a dog is thinking. It has 4 moods: happy, sad, cross, and concentrating. Also, dogs are faithful, and they do not tell lies because they cannot talk.
What the heck have you done to my dog?
I do not like when people are shouting at me. It makes me scared that they are going to hit me or touch me, and I do not know what is going to happen.
Let go of my dog.
Ma'am, come with me.
Could you tell me what happened here tonight?
The dog is dead.
I gotten that far.
I think someone killed the dog.
How old are you?
I'm 15 years, 3 months, and 2 days.
And what exactly were you doing in the garden?
I was holding the dog.
Why were you holding the dog?
This was a difficult question. It was something I wanted to do.
I said, why were you holding the dog?
I like dogs.
Did you kill that dog?
I did not kill the dog.
Is this your pitchfork?
No!
You seem very upset about this. Now I'm gonna ask you one more
Don't
time.
touch me! I do not like jokes. To be funny, you have to tell jokes. And jokes often rely on the multiple meanings of words. The fact that one word can have multiple meanings is confusing and not nice, like white noise. They make me uncomfortable, so I do not tell jokes. Prime numbers are what is left when you've taken all the patterns away. I think prime numbers are like life. They are very logical, but you can never work out the rules, even if you spent all your time thinking about them. This cell is almost a perfect cube. I wonder if Mrs. Shears lied and told the police that I killed Wellington. What if they find out that she lied, and she will go to prison for slander? I find people confusing, because they do a lot of talking without using any words. Also, because they use metaphors, which is when you describe a word for something that it isn't. Because a pig is not like a day, and people do not have skeletons in their cupboards. And when I try and make a picture of the phrase in my head, it just confuses me, because imagining an apple in someone's eye doesn't have anything to do with liking someone a lot, and it makes you forget what the person's talking about. My name is a metaphor. It means carrying Christ. My mother used to say that it meant Christopher was a nice name because it was a story about being kind and helpful. But I do not want my name to mean a story about being kind and helpful. I want my name to mean me.
I want to see my son! Why the heck is he locked up? Of course I'm bloody angry!
We do this because sometimes Father wants to give me a hug, but I do not like hugging people, so we do this instead, and it means that he loves me.
I'm gonna give you a caution.
Is that like a piece of paper or a certificate that I can keep?
No, a caution means that we're gonna keep a record of what you did, that you hit a policeman but it was an accident, and that you didn't mean to hurt the policeman. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay.
I do not tell lies, because I cannot tell lies. In order to form a lie, you would have to say something that did not happen. But there's only one thing which ever did happen at a particular time in a particular place. And there is an infinite number of things which didn't happen at that time and that place. And if I start thinking about something which didn't happen, I start thinking about all the other things which didn't happen. But I can't pick any one thing from an infinite number of things which did not happen. So I did not tell lies. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I didn't kill the dog.
I know. But you have to stay out of trouble, okay? You need to try and keep your nose out of other people's business.
I'm going to find out who killed Wellington.
Were you not just listening to what I just said?
Well, yes, but when someone gets murdered, you have to find out who did it so they can be punished.
Leave it.
I wonder if when the police find out who killed Wellington, they're going to punish the person.
I said leave it.
Are you sad about Wellington?
Yeah, you could say that.
This is my pet rat. His name is Toby. Most people don't like rats because they think they carry diseases like bubonic plague, but that's only because they lived in sewers and stowed away in ships coming from foreign countries where there were strange diseases. But rats are very clean. Toby is always washing himself, and you don't have to take him out for walks. I just let him run around my room so that he gets some exercise, and sometimes he sits on my shoulder or hides in my sleeve like a burrow. But rats don't live in burrows in nature.
Yeah, I came home from work and she was nowhere to be found. Judy wasn't in the house. Okay, well, if you see her, let me know.
What's going on?
I have to go out to look for your mother. I'll be back. Make sure that you feed yourself. Christopher, I'm home. I have some bad news for you.
What?
Your mother is in the hospital. She has a heart disease.
Can I go see her?
No, you can't see her.
Can I make her a card?
Of course you can.
Okay. I'm going to put red cards on it so she has a super good day. In the bus on the way to school the next morning, we passed 4 red cars in a row, which meant that it was a good day. So I decided not to be sad about Wellington. 4 red cars in a row make it a good day. 3 red cars in a row make it quite a good day. And 5 red cars in a row make it a super good day. 4 yellow cars in a row make it a black day, which is when I don't speak to anyone, and I sit in my own reading books, and I don't eat my lunch, and I take no risks. I like things to be in a nice order, and one way of things being in a nice order is to be logical. Always having things in a nice order makes me feel safe, and that is why I have good days and black days. Mother died 2 weeks after going into the hospital. I never visited her there, but Father said that she sent lots of love. I made her a get well card with 9 red cards on it to make it a super good day for her. Father said that she had my get well card on her bedside table before she had an unexpected heart attack. Her death surprised me because she had lived an active and healthy life and was only 38 years old. On the night that she died, Mrs. Shears came over and held Father against her chest to comfort him. She also cooked dinner, and afterward, I beat her in Scrabble. Talking to strangers is not something I usually do. I do not like talking to strangers. This is not because of stranger danger, which they tell us about in school, which is where a strange man offers you sweets or a ride in a car because he wants to do sex with you. I do not like strangers because I do not like people I've never met before. They are hard to understand. It takes me a long time to get used to people I do not know. So talking to other people in our street was brave. But if you're going to do detective work, you have to be brave. So I had no choice.
Hello?
Do you know who killed Wellington?
Who the heck is Wellington?
A dog?
Someone killed a dog?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know anything about that.
Do you know who killed Wellington?
What?
Wellington.
I'm sorry, I'm hard of hearing. What did you say?
Do you know who killed Wellington?
Oh my, someone died?
Yes, a dog. Mrs. Shears' dog.
You know, do you want to just come inside and have some biscuits?
I'm not supposed to go inside strangers' houses.
It's okay, I can bring them out here.
Are they yellow?
Well, part of them.
I don't like yellow things.
I can just cut it off. No, I'm just gonna,
Okay.
I'll bring them out.
What if she calls the cops on me for doing detective work like Father told me not to? There are 3 reasons someone might kill a dog. 1, because they hate the dog. 2, because they are crazy. Or 3, because they want to upset the owner. I cannot think of anyone who hated Wellington, and I do not know anyone who was crazy. Most murderers know their victim. The only person who would want to upset Mrs. Shears is Mr. Shears. Mrs. Shears left about 2 years ago and didn't come back. When Mother died, Mrs. Shears came over and cooked for Father and I because she felt lonely too. Sometimes she even stayed overnight. I don't know why Mr. Shears left Mrs. Shears, but if Mr. Shears didn't want to live in the same house as Mrs. Shears anymore, he probably hates her. Maybe he decided to kill Wellington to make her sad.